It was a crisp autumn evening when I first locked eyes with Ethan at a cozy little cafe nestled in downtown. The soft hum of chatter and clinking cups surrounded us, but all I noticed was his intense gaze meeting mine from across the room. He seemed surrounded by an aura of mysterious allure, like the dark sky hinting at a storm. Shivers ran down my spine. I was intrigued. From our first date, everything was a whirlwind. Ethan was charming, caring, and seemed genuinely interested in me. He often talked about his love for art and how he dreamt of painting the next masterpiece. Our weekends painting together, stealing kisses between brushstrokes, were magical. It felt like we were painting the canvas of our lives, each stroke more beautiful than the last. But as with all great art, there was a depth I couldn't initially see. Ethan had secrets, carefully veiled beneath a facade of smiles and charm. We had been dating for 6 months when I first noticed inconsistencies in his stories. Little puzzle pieces that didn't quite fit. Where was he going when he left late at night? Why did he often avoid certain questions? One evening, curiosity got the better of me. I followed him, feeling guilty but propelled by an urgency I couldn't explain. My heart raced as I kept my distance, trailing his car as it weaved through familiar streets before stopping at a quaint, rustic house I didn't recognize. I parked a block away, my hands trembling, breath shallow. Ethan exited his car, looking around cautiously before heading toward the front door. But instead of ringing the doorbell, he used his own key to enter. Anxiety gnarled in the pit of my stomach. Questions erupted like fireworks in my mind. I confronted him the next day. He was visibly startled, caught off guard by my accusation. His eyes darted around, searching for a plausible excuse, but his silence was an admission of guilt. "Who lives there, Ethan?" I demanded, my voice a blend of anger and hurt. "Why do you have a key?" "It's not what you think," he started, hands up like a surrender. "That house. It's my studio. I've been working on something special for you, for us." Although his explanation seemed thoughtful and sincere, a nagging doubt gripped me. I wanted to believe him, want to bask in the warmth of his apparent affection, but shadows lingered, casting doubt over his words. Days turned into weeks, and though Ethan became more attentive than ever, the seed of suspicion had been planted, growing into a wild bramble of distrust. More late-night outings, more missing puzzle pieces. My heart was a pendulum swinging irrationally between love and logic. The climax of our silent battle came suddenly one rainy afternoon. I answered a knock at the door, and my world tilted on its axis. A woman stood there, drenched from the rain, clutching an old, worn envelope. Her eyes, hauntingly similar to Ethan's, bore into mine with a mix of sorrow and resolution. "You must be Emily," she said, a stranger uttering my name like a bitter curse. I am, yes. And you are?" "Margot," she replied, voice wavering slightly. "Ethan's wife." Her words were a slap, searing and brutal. Fireworks behind my eyes. "Wife?" "But," Margot cut me off, thrusting the envelope into my hands. "I found these. His sketches of you. I thought you should know the truth." With trembling fingers, I opened the envelope. Inside were charcoal sketches of our most intimate moments, captured with an artist's precision, tinged with raw emotional depth. A perfect illusion. Margot turned to leave, offering no further explanation, as if her duty was done. "I'm sorry," was all she murmured as she departed. Alone in the silent room, I stood shocked, enveloped by betrayal's cold grip. The rose-tinted glasses shattered, leaving only the stark black and white of truth and lies. The shock was overwhelming yet strangely liberating. Ethan returned home that night, full of apologies and frail justifications, but it was too late. Our beautiful, tragic portrait had been marred beyond repair. The sketches between us, once cherished, were reduced to a testament of deception. As I packed my bags, ready to leave the gallery of our broken dreams, I realized the real masterpiece was not the crafted illusions Ethan created but the lesson I'd learned, one of strength, self-respect, and the realization that love should not be blind but well-sighted, vivid, and honest.